Aliens, are they real? Is there physical evidence about them? And if so, why are we just now hearing about it? Just yesterday, from the recording of this video, the Mexican government held a meeting and dropped physical evidence of what could shake our very understanding of extraterrestrial life and our faith. In today's episode of we have alien bodies and we have DNA to prove it. Those aren't my words, but rather the words of scientists who stood before the Mexican Congress yesterday during a UFO hearing to show alien bodies and the DNA evidence that they have and X-rays of the bodies. I mean X-rays, DNA evidence, and the bodies themselves. Check this out.
We're not going to just show you pictures anymore and videos. We're going to wheel out the bodies in coffins and show them to you here in front of Mexican Congress. Here was the amazing moment. This is ufologist Jaime Massaun, who brought out what he says are small alien bodies into Congress, and he showed them off. So I'm going to talk over what he says here. So he says, there are beings, non-humans, who are our terrestrial evolution, that are not of our terrestrial evolution, that are after disappearing for 1,000 years. We don't know where they were. This is a subsequent evolution, according to the University National Autonomous Government of Mexico, who carried out the analysis of these bodies, of these carbon bodies. 14 of these beings are around 1,000 years old of antiquity. He says, that is, they are not beings of that were recovered in birds or crashes, meaning UFO crashes, that these were actual bodies that were buried in mines in Peru of diatoms or diatomaceous earth, which is a bug, basically a phytoplankton. So it was there with 17 million phytoplankton, and it was hidden in these caves. So they were sort of mummified as a result of being in these diatomous caves in Peru. UFO specimens were recently studied at the Autonomous National University of Mexico, where scientists analyzed DNA evidence using radiocarbon dating. So, you know, these are some of the... So here they took them out of these coffins, lifted them up, and showed off the bodies here. They used DNA evidence using radiocarbon dating. After comparisons were made to other DNA samples, they say that over 30% of the specimen's DNA was unknown. X-rays of the specimens were also shown during this testimony, and experts testifying under oath that one of the bodies seemed to have eggs inside. So here, you can look at these photos a little bit more closely here. And yeah, here are the photos of the eggs, they say, inside the body. They say that there are eggs inside of here, and they had showed off multiple X-rays of the brain, of the body itself, the body cavity. And what are these so-called eggs inside of the body, according to the scientists? Again, these are scientists who do this for a living. They're presenting their evidence. This is not me. This is them. But again, what they're saying is that the DNA analysis of these new ones that they have, these 14 or so, are non-human. And there's 30% of the DNA is not of this earth. Okay.
From a Christian perspective, it is important to approach claims of aliens and UFOs with discernment and a focus on following Jesus Christ. While some may interpret these discoveries as evidence of extraterrestrial life, it is crucial to remember that the Bible does not address the existence of aliens. So let us not be deceived, nor have our faith shaken by these so-called discoveries. In light of biblical teachings, we must remain vigilant against potential deception. The Bible warns us about the reality of demonic activity and the enemy's schemes to mislead humanity. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Considering this, it is conceivable that these alleged alien bodies could actually be manifestations of demonic activity. As believers, our focus should not be on seeking answers about extraterrestrial life, but rather on placing our trust in Jesus Christ. Colossians 3:2 encourages us to set our minds on things above, emphasizing our need to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus. As Christians, we should be cautious when it comes to claims about aliens and UFOs. If confused about what aliens are despite our faith in Jesus Christ, click the link to that video above where we explain the reality of what aliens really are. By focusing on Jesus Christ and seeking wisdom and discernment through prayer and studying the Word of God, we can navigate these uncertain topics with a firm foundation in our faith. Let us keep our eyes fixed on Jesus Christ, who is the way, the truth, and the life.